Hello and welcome back to another video on the rest of the way and to another edition of AEW Rampage. And yeah, this was a stacked Rampage actually compared to what we're used to. We had Young Bucks taking on Aussie Open, Tony Storm, former Women's Champion, was in action, and we had Action Andretti and Sammy Guevara battling out. Lance Archer made his return to AEW TV. So yeah, a lot to cram into this hour, so let's get straight into it. And we kicked off with Young Bucks Aussie Open. Davis and Jackson, Matt got the match underway. Both members of the Aussie Open double teamed on Jackson for an early pinfall attempt. They cut to the ring in half, but the AEW EVP fought back to tag in Nick. The former tag champs then combined to force Aussie Open out of the ring. Mark Davis scoops down both Jackson brothers and went for the cover, getting a near fall. Chaos ensued, all four men populated the ring before the action brought to the outside. Aussie Open took control yet again, but Nick dropped Flexion with a top rope Hurricane Rana. Jackson then got the hot tag and hit a flying lariat on Fletcher. Davis tried to go to interfere, but Jackson fought him off. He then delivered a flying elbow to Fletcher for a near fall. Matt and Nick worked together to punish Fletcher, but Mark broke up the pin attempt. After a chaotic action involving all four men, Aussie Open dominated again. The Bucks got in the ring to even the odds, and all four men collapsed on the mat. The lights went out briefly, allowing Fletcher to drop Matt with a tombstone. Nick then saved the match for his team as Aussie Open ended up laying each other out. The Young Bucks finished the match with a BTE trigger on Carl Fletcher. After the match, the House of Black made their presence felt, but retreated without any physical altercations, setting up the match at Revolution. And yeah, I can't wait for that. It's going to be a banger. But speaking of bangers, this was a proper banger. Aussie Open so good. Young Bucks obviously had to get the win, but yeah, sign Aussie Open because they're so bloody good. And yeah, brilliant match to kick off the show. 8 out of 10. Next up on Rampage was Tony Storm v Willow Nightingale. Storm started strong, but Nightingale responded with a shoulder block. She dropped the former Women's Champion with a scoop slam and followed out with chops in the corner. Storm pulled Willow's hair back and drop kicked her out of the ring. Back in the ring, Storm delivered a hip attack followed by DDT, but Willow kicked out. The latter fought back and dropped Tony with a Death Valley driver. Saraya then provided a distraction, allowing Storm to hit the Storm Zero for the win. After her win, Tony Storm and Saraya sprayed paint on Willow, but were unsuccessful thanks to Ruby Soho. Jamie Hayter then attacked Saraya. So yeah, all going after Saraya and Tony Storm. And yeah, I thought this was a solid job. Got Storm the win. Nightingale as well. Good to see her on TV. She's great. And you know, set out the angle. I'm not massively into it, but I can kind of see what they're doing here. So yeah, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Lance Archer and Bryce Saturn were next fighting. Yeah, Lance was alongside Jake the Snake on his AEW return, which was good. And he basically took out the jobber on the ramp itself. He destroyed within seconds inside the ring then with a huge lariat, picking up the simple win. And yeah, gets 6 out of 10 from me. And yeah, I hope to see more of Lance Archer on AEW TV, or if not, maybe in another company or wherever. Because yeah, he's great and he deserves to be on TV more often. And yeah, hopefully this is the first steps in the road to doing so. But yeah, good win for him. Sammy Guevara and then Action Andretti took each other on in the main event. Then Action went for an early roll up. But Sammy kicked out. Andretti and Sammy clashed at ringside, but the former launched the latter into the ringside barricade. Inside the ring, Andretti got near fall with Falcon Arrow. The action spilled to the outside again, and the Spanish God was on top this time as Andretti fought back and delivered a 450 splash from the ring apron on the outside. The JS member then took control in the ring, but Andretti hit a disaster kick for a near fall. Both men traded forearm strikes before the Spanish God hit a running front knee strike. Daniel Garcia interfered, striking Andretti while the referee wasn't looking, allowing the 3-time DNT champion to win with the GTH. And yeah, it gets 7 out of 10 from me. Good way to continue to feed. A really good match between two massively athletic stars. Guevara gets the heelish win, leaves it open for Andretti and doesn't do him too much harm. So yeah, great match, good finish, 7 out of 10. And overall this week, Rampage gets 7 out of 10. Yeah, a really good episode of Rampage this week, I thought, especially the first and last matches. We so often see on the Rampage, they were the best. And yeah, no exception here. 2 really good matches, especially the tag team match. I really enjoyed. Go back and watch it if you haven't already. So yeah, good stuff. And yeah, Revolution coming up, and I'm getting hyped for it. But anyway, guys, that's the video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and what's going to stand by in front of you for daily wrestling news and sponsor channel scrolling would be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.